Have all who's here. I want to talk about time this morning. It seems like at times time it just creeps along, right? It just passes so slowly. And then as it heads by slow, we get what? Bored and we get anxious and we don't want to wait, right? And it just plays in our head. Who in here has had some things happen and you were waiting and it seemed like it took so long and you had to wait and you had to wait and it took so long, and after it happened, we does what? We forget about it has come to pass and how long it took. So what has happened, we forget, right? How quickly we forget. But here's what I seen just last week. Last week I had heard about the shingles. It didn't mean anything to me at all. I heard about it, but yeah, okay. And then I woke up a day and I had a small spot, and it wasn't a big deal. And then I woke up and had 3 more small spots. And after a few days, it was all over me. In just a few days, I felt terrible. Really felt terrible. It started to hurt, it started to sting, it started to burn. But here's what happened. About day 5 was at its worst. 4 or 5. It was at its worst. Stung, burned. I said, "No, Lord, am I ever going to get over it?" For about 2 days, it was awful. And I was laying there. If this will just pass, and I got concerned with if this will just pass, but just 2 days. And then, now it's a whole lot. It's all, but hey, behind me. But here's where I'm going. I'm happy it happened now. I am now. It's behind me. I'm happy it happened now. But here's my point. Here's my point. It showed me how quickly things can change. Also, it showed me that we should be thankful. Also, I got this from that. If you're in the middle of something, if you're waiting on something, be patient. It'll come. Storms pass. We had a call one day, and I went to work, and there were some folks that head home. I'm going to stay here. I got this. And I stayed. And we had that call, and about that time we had that call, I was doing awful. My head was in the dumps. I was burning. I was stinging, and Kyle, he showed it. He had the call, and he took that call. I've never been so happy in my life because, hey, that was a call I don't think I because I was on fire. I was burning, I was stinging, I was hurting. But here's my point, guys. Here's my point. After things passed, we should be thankful. We got through it. But here's what sometimes happens. I'm talking about myself. After we get through it, we can forget. But here's why I'm going to use this as my example. As we go forth and as we go forward, there's things, hey, the Lord has for us. There's things that we want. But we have to be patient. You have to wait for these things. It takes time. But what happens when we realize we have to wait? Now, I can help him every morning before it gets hot. But still, after it's hot, can't go out right now because it gets on fire again. And now I'm up there and this needs to hurry up, and it's just been a week. And I know for him, that's been a long week. Hey, for me, it's been a long week. But I'm saying, I need to be up, I have to be going. But sometimes it's not what we want, right? We have to be patient. How hard is it to be patient at times? I'm the world's worst. I want what I want, and you know what? I want it right now. I don't want it tomorrow. I don't want it next week. Guess what? I need to be doing this right now, but he knows. And he has his own way of showing us. It's going to happen on his time frame. It's going to happen when he wants it to happen. And sometimes he allows these things to happen to teach us a lesson. Because here's what it has taught me: to be thankful. Things can happen fast. If you have your health, if you have your strength, if you have food, if you have water, lights, and gas, guess what? You ought to be thankful. A whole lot of folks, they don't have these things. But there are so many of us have that and so much more. And here's where I'm going. We need to be thankful because we have so much that we are not thankful for. But here's where I'm going next. It's okay for us to want things. He has a promise for all of us. But let me say this about his promise for our lives. It happens on his time frame. Not going to happen on ours. He knows best. Now, I think I know best. I think I know what day it should happen, what week and everything. But he said, no, Daryl, no. And you don't. We have to wait on him. But here's what we have to do while we wait on him. Stay in prayer, stay in faith, and understand it's going to happen. I'm wearing a shirt, and here's why I wear this shirt. This shirt has mistakes on it. To some people, it has no value whatsoever. But this shirt, there's nothing wrong with this shirt. I like this shirt. I wear it. And it gives somebody there, but I'm sorry. But here's why I cannot bear to discard this shirt. This shirt has value. I can wear it. Nothing wrong with this shirt. It has a mistake on the back. It does. I get what she's saying. But God knew that we had flaws, right? He knew that there was things was wrong with us, but he says, okay, I can fix that. I can add to it. You still matter. You still have value. But here's what I learned. If we will wait on him, if we'll stay in prayer, I'm sorry. If we'll stay in prayer, if we will wait on him and let him do what he does, then what's going to happen? It's going to work out for his good. But here's what I don't want you to let happen. Don't let what somebody else might think or say, or time. The main thing I want to hit on is time. Time gets a hold of us, because it did me. I was setting up hurting, and here's what I can't stand. Can't stand to be closed inside for too long. Man, I'll eat the paint off the walls. I mean, I'm not an inside guy. I can stand for a while, but after a time, I got to be out and I got to be doing something. But here's what the Lord has shown me. He's in control. Hey, I'm not. He's in control. But if I remain faithful, if I stay in faith, and if I just maintain, it's going to come to pass. If I don't what? If I don't give up. If I don't lose hope. Joseph had helped some folks when he was in jail, in prison. He helped some folks, and once they were restored, they forgot about it. He was upset. How did he feel? Upset. I said it, right? He's upset. And sometimes that's what happens to us. When things don't work out when we had it planned or how we had it planned, we think what? Everybody's forgotten me. But here's the wonderful thing. He's the only one who has to remember. He doesn't forget when he got ready to restore Joseph, he got everything the Lord had promised to him and how the Lord had promised. Why? Because he stayed in prayer, he stayed in faith. Here's where I'm going. And I am the world's worst. Lord, I'm 60 years old and it hadn't happened the way I had it planned. Lord, I'm still doing this, I'm still this, and it should have happened last year, last month, last week. But let me say something. And them shingles had me down in bed. I just wanted what? To get up. You know, all of those things, it didn't matter. Because I was hurting. I was in the house. I was shut out. If you'll just let this pass, Lord, I'm good. All storms pass. If we stay in prayer, if we stay in faith, and remember, it happens on the Lord's time frame. Job, I heard you say something in class, and I laughed. Job's wife said, just give up. His friend said, give up. But Job stayed in prayer, he stayed in faith, and all of that passed. He had all of those kids, and everything he had, it was restored. Hey, but why? Because Job was able to wait on who? The Lord. Wait on the Lord. If you wait on the Lord, and sometimes it does, it seems like, oh Lord, this storm has been so long. I'm gray in the face, and hey, there's still things I'm saying, Lord, this storm, hey, this journey has been so it's been so long. Actually, has it been? My mind is playing tricks on me. Why? Because I'll say it. In a whole lot of ways, we're what? We're spoiled and we become unthankful. So here's what I'm saying. As we go forth and forward, let's be thankful. Let's understand that it'll happen how the Lord has it planned, and it's going to happen on His time frame. And don't get like me. Don't become impatient. It happens. But it's still going to happen when? When He wants it to happen. On His time frame. I am the world's worst. I want it now and last week, but it's going to happen on His time frame. I'm going to read some scriptures, but here's what I have for you this week. If it hasn't happened already, that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. If it hasn't happened already, that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means what? The Lord isn't ready for it to happen. Job, had he quit, what would have happened? Now, Job has a wonderful story, but at my age, I don't want to have 10 more kids. But here's my point. If Job can have those kids at his old age, I don't want near that much, right? So if he got Job, he got me, right? I don't want near that much. Here's my point. There's no Jew, there's no Greek. We're all the same. If he took care of Job, and if he took care of David, and if he took care of Joseph, and as you read in here, it's filled with stories of folks who he did what? He took care of them. He remembered their name. But it happened when? On His time frame. And let me say this. Has some things have happened now. I'm so thankful they happened now. Had they have happened then, I would have what? Forgotten, and it wouldn't have meant much. But now I'm older, I'm smarter, wiser, and as well I'm what? I'm thankful. I'm going to read Psalms 27 and 11 through 14. And here's how that reads, if I'm there. Okay. It starts with, teach me, when you have to be taught, right? Because we're hard-headed. Lord, you need to teach me your way, O Lord, and lead me in a smooth path because of my what? Enemies, hey, do not, hey, deliver me to the will of my adversaries. For false witnesses have risen against me. Folks will slander our name. Folks are wanting us to not get to where it is we're going. But let me say this again. It doesn't matter what somebody else says or how someone else feels. Who's in control? Who is? Hey, the Lord. And He hasn't what? Forgotten our name. He hasn't forgotten us. He has something for us. And such as breathe out violence. The world will try to stop you from getting to where you're going. Why? Because nobody wants to see folks happy and content. Why? They want to make you a part of their program. I want you to be doing this. Here's what you should be doing. Here, I see it. You stay in prayer, you stay in faith, and you let Him lead, and it's going to work out for your good. As these things happen, don't worry about those things. I can only worry about who? Me. I cannot control how someone else acts, but I can control how I respond to it. I would have lost heart unless I have believed that I would see what? Nobody's following along, so I read it myself. That I would see this of the Lord where? in the land of the living, that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Here's my point, and here's why I read that. The shingles, it caught me when I didn't have it planned. It caught me when I wasn't looking for it. It caught me when I wasn't ready for it. I got through it. And I am thankful for everybody who did everything they did do. Because once it hit me, I wasn't expecting it. And it was all over me. But I have some folks who were there for me, who helped me through it. And the Lord has not forgotten my name. Here's my point. Things are going to happen that are beyond our control. But because these things happen, should they hold us down? Should it stop us from getting to where we're headed? Are those things, we cannot let those things change what he has for us. How do we not let those things change what the Lord has for us? And they say, well, Daryl, he got sick. I did. But here's my point, and here's why I use that as my example. As things happen, and they will. Things will happen. Every day things are going to happen. As these things happen, what do we do? How do we handle these things? That we stay in prayer, we stay in faith, and we remain led by the Lord. And what happens then? What you can wear, whatever shirt you choose to wear. No. Here's what happens. If we stay in prayer and if we stay in faith, it works for our good. It will pass. It will pass. These things so too shall pass, and they will. But how do they pass? We have to stay in prayer. We have to stay in faith and hold our heads up. We got food, we got life, we got water, we have gas, and we have what? A Savior who's on our side. If he be for us, doesn't matter who's against us. So why is it when things happen, our heads in the dirt, and we think, Lord, they got me, I won't get back up, all of this is happened to me? Here's why it's happened to you. You're equipped for it. Job. Why did it happen to Job? He was equipped for it. Hey, the Lord, he took Job and made Job his example. That Satan cannot overcome you if you're what? If you stay in prayer, if you stay in faith, and if you let me lead. And it isn't just Job. The Bible is filled with Joseph, Noah, Moses, all of them what? They triumphed. How and why? In prayer and in faith. And understand this. Our storms will happen. He did not say, I will take your storms. But here's what he said. As these storms happen, what? I'm going to be there with you. I'm going to be there for you. We will get through them. And after you're through them, hey, we've grown. We have learned. And I'm going to say this. I'm stronger. I'm stronger where? Here and here. And not here, but here and here. Here and here. Why is that so important? If I'm in faith, if I'm in prayer, he's going to fight my battles for me. If he fights them for me, what does that mean? I'm going to win them. Now, it may not look how I wanted it to look. But once it's over, I can wear whatever shirt I want to wear. That means something. What am I saying? I'm saying even when the world says it's not going to work out for you, it will. It'll work for your good. How do I know it'll work for your good? Who are you listening to? You're listening to me. Of all people, who are you listening to? It's going to work for your good. Here's my point. If the Lord has me here, he can do the same for you. And he will. If you'll put him on each morning, if we're led by him, if we let him have his way, if we let him do what he wants to do, what happens? We grow. It works for our good. Hey, we wind up where he wants us. And I'm going to hurry along. Time. All we have is so much time. But let me close with this. Hey, the Lord has good for us all. How do I know? He loves us. The Lord so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever would believe in him would what? Not perish, but have what? Everlasting life. And along with everlasting life, he wants us to see his goodness as we're here, right? It's not just after, hey, we're gone, after we pass. Here, he's alive and he's well. Hey, let's stay in prayer. Let's stay in faith. Let's hang in there. I'm done, guys.